welcome everyone to Bethany, Oklahoma, here at the Sawyer Center on this Friday afternoon for this matchup between your Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm and the Mule Riders of Southern Arkansas. My name is Phil Younts, here to bring you the action here on this Friday afternoon as the Crimson Storm are looking to bounce back. They have lost 3 in a row to this point. Last Tuesday was just their second loss here at the Sawyer Center as they fell in a tight 5-set matchup to Arkansas Fort Smith. So they'll be looking to bounce back after having 3 wins in a row and then dropping their last 3, putting their record now at 11-12 and 3-4 in the Great American Conference. Southern Arkansas comes into this at a record just of 7-13 and 1-6 in the Great American Conference. So looking at the conference standings right now, you've got Southern Nazarene sitting near the middle in 8th place, while Southern Arkansas is down there in 10th place. So this will be a big test for Southern Nazarene, trying to keep their position and keep pace with the middle of the pack here in the Great American Conference, while Southern Arkansas is trying to find some momentum moving forward and trying to get themselves in a position to maybe make a late run in this season. But as we mentioned, Southern Nazarene has looked pretty solid here at home for the most part. They have only 2 losses on the year here at the Sawyer Center, so it's been kind of a comfort zone for them. We saw them, other than last time, they had a three-game sweep at home just a couple weeks ago against East Central, Dallas Baptist, and Newman, winning in straight sets against East Central, 3-1 against Dallas Baptist, and again in straight sets against Newman. But unfortunately, as we mentioned, they did lose their last 3, losing 1-3 against Wichita Baptist, getting swept by Henderson State, and losing in 5 sets to Arkansas Fort Smith in their last match. So moving forward, it'll be important for the Crimson Storm to get off to a hot start in this one and see if they can carry the momentum. This is a match that they certainly should win, and we'll see if they're able to get back on the attack that we've seen them be able to do in the past and really put the pressure on this struggling Mule Riders team. Looking at the stats, of course, we've mentioned nonstop. Bailey Terang has been absolutely sensational so far in this season. Right now, she is leading the Great American Conference in kills and kills per set at 306 kills and 3.97. So basically right at 4 kills per set for Bailey Terang. She has been remarkable in what she has done so far this season. And of course, you can't forget about Kayla Thomas, Megan Ellis, and McKenna Hunter. Kayla Thomas and Megan Ellis both over 2.5 kills per set, and McKenna Hunter right there almost at 2 kills per set at 1.95 kills per set. So the tandem of Terang, Thomas, Ellis, and Hunter certainly has the potential to do great things for this Storm, and we've seen them do incredible things, especially here at home. So this will be the time that they certainly want to kind of get that rhythm back that we saw them have on their last homestand and see if they can't come together with a strong win in this one. And of course, you can't forget about players like Kylie Smith, who in her own right has been absolutely sensational to this point in the season. She's averaging over 10 assists per set, so we know the offense runs through her. We know that she looks to get everyone involved and find them in the right spots, and she has done a great job of that so far in this season, especially when we've seen her here at home. So certainly be on the lookout for her. Once she gets that second ball, she's able to find those teammates on the outside and really set them up for great plays. So we'll be keeping an eye out on Kylie Smith. And then, of course, Logan Matthews, the libero for the Storm, just a freshman, but she has done a great job so far this season and just being in the right position at the right time. She is currently leading the team in digs. She just seems to really be all over the court at all times and really does a remarkable job of providing a spark for this team in those sort of scenarios. So as we move forward in this match, we'll see if the Storm can get out to a hot start and get their players in position to make the plays that they need to make in order to take advantage of a Mule Riders team who has had a rough start to this season so far. Looking forward for the Storm, following this game, they'll have another match tomorrow afternoon against Arkansas Monticello. Arkansas Monticello is currently 0-7 in conference and 2-20 overall. So these next 2 matches are certainly a great opportunity for the Storm to get some W's on the board and push their way up in the Great American Conference standings. It'll be tough moving forward to October 12th. They'll be at Harding, and Harding currently holds the top spot in the conference at 7-0. So you really want to get these 2 wins over the next 2 days and find yourself in good position with solid momentum before you go on the road to face the top team in the conference. Again, looking at the Mule Riders and what they bring to the table. Again, it's been a slow season for them. It hasn't been what they had hoped, but they still do have some talent on that team and have the ability to make some plays, especially with players like Bailey Cagle and Morgan Gross. They have 147 kills for Cagle and 129 kills for Gross. And then, of course, right behind them, 7 Powers. She has 116 kills on the season. And then, of course, their own sort of playmaker is Lexi Cruz with 346 assists on the season. That puts her at 5.8 assists per set. So they certainly have some playmakers, some people who can provide a spark for this Mule Riders team. So it'll be up to the Storm to see if they can't keep the ball kind of away from those playmakers and be on the attack for most of the game. We've seen whenever the Storm are the ones who are attacking, when they're the aggressors, then they can really provide some great play that we've seen and really put the opponents back on their heels. So that'll be the objective for the Storm, to keep that pressure, to stay under control and not give up free balls, because we've seen that what the Storm can do on the attack. And so if they can avoid having to play free balls and just get their play set up each and every time, then they should be able to ride this one out to a victory. And so with that, that'll wrap up our pregame show, and we will take a short break. We'll come back and we'll have the starting lineups, and we'll be ready for first serve, so don't you go anywhere. Welcome back here to the Sawyer Center here in Bethany, Oklahoma, as the players get ready to get this match underway, getting lined up for the first serve. Your starters for this evening for Southern Arkansas: Abby Bermudez, Lexi Cruz, Seven Powers, Bailey Zoss, Bailey Cagle, Caitlin Murdoch, and the libero Cameron Bahari. And for SNU, the starters: Michaela Shoneman, McKenna Hunter, Bailey Terang, Megan Ellis, Kylie Smith, Kaylee Thomas, and the libero Logan Matthews. So as we get ready to get this one underway, we will see what the Crimson Storm are able to do in this one. They are getting lined up. We will begin with the ball on Southern Arkansas side, or it looks like we'll begin on Southern Nazarene side. I apologize about that, with Megan Ellis getting ready to serve and get us underway here for the first point of the match. And we are off. Megan Ellis is it out, dug out there by Southern Arkansas. And a nice block at the net by Kylie Smith, and I believe Kayla Thomas got on that as well, but that'll be a quick start for the Storm with a nice block, and they get off to a 1-0 lead. Megan Ellis to serve again. You like seeing that start, getting those hands up quickly and ready to react just like that. But this time they're unable to get up in time. Very nicely placed ball there by Bailey Cagle to get Southern Arkansas on the board, and that'll put Bailey Cagle back to serve as well. 1-1 here early on. Dug out there by Ellis. Owen Smith with a little dump, and nobody is home. Well played by Kylie Smith. She saw them creeping forward, so she just dumped it towards the back, and she got the point. 2-1 is your score. It'll be Thomas to serve for the Storm as Matthews goes off. It looks like McKenna Hunter comes in her place. Smith to Hunter as she comes back in, but a nice effort there on the dig by Bailey Zoss for Southern Arkansas. Another dump there, and she got it. Another nice dump. Oh, but it looks like we had a violation on the Storm. It does not count. There was a violation on Kylie Smith. So that makes it 2-2. Megan Ellis on the nice dig there. They're going to go out to Terang, but a huge block for Southern Arkansas. They knew they had to be ready for Bailey Terang, and they certainly were on that one. They'll get the block and the point. 3-2 your score, as Caitlin Murdoch is to serve for Southern Arkansas. There it is. They aren't blocking that one on McKenna Hunter. A ferocious attack there for Hunter. She'll get the kill and the point. 3-3 with Kylie Smith back to serve. Dug out there, Southern Arkansas. Back to Smith and over to Terang. They'll try it again, but a nice dig there. Great reactions. Little block at the net, but nobody could play it. A little confusion on the Storm's part on that one. They kind of get caught in between, and Southern Arkansas has a 4-3 lead. Alana Perez to serve. Megan Ellis again on the dig. Terang with a little dump, but it's played nicely. And a big time kill there. Morgan Gross, Southern Arkansas coming out strong in this one. Putting the pressure on the Storm. 5-3 your score. Go back out to Terang, and it's a bit long. Looked like it might have been lined, but just goes a little bit wide. Another point for the Mule Riders. A nice little set there, but nothing working for the Storm right now. But that one goes long. Caitlin Murdoch goes for a shot at the backside, but sends it too long. 6-4 your score. Nice block at the net, and that'll be a point for the Storm. McKenna Hunter on that one, along with Rachel Titchener, who we have not seen a whole lot of this season, but some great work there to get our hands up and get the block. 6-5 is your score. And it looks like, yep, we have a net violation on the Storm. Point for the Mule Riders. 7-5 your score. We'll go Smith outside to Ellis, and she gets the kill. Gets it just over the net as she was going for the other side, and it just barely got across, but it is a point all the same. 7-6 with Logan Matthews on to serve. Nice dig there by Matthews on the attack, and another dump by Smith, but unfortunately that one went right to a Southern Arkansas player, and then Bailey Terrain can't get control of that dig. It goes long, and that'll be your score of 8-6 now. It'll be Lexi Cruz to serve for the Mule Riders. Mule Riders not intimidated so far in this match, but they'll go to Thomas. And we've got a violation on Mule Riders. We've seen quite a few of those so far in this match by both teams. That'll be Titchener to serve. A little dump by Smith. We're seeing that quite a bit in this one, but it's played nicely by Southern Arkansas. Smith over to Kayla Thomas, and she gets it done. Lexi Cruz could not get to that one in time. 8-8 your score here in set number 1. Titchener will serve again. She lets it go. Dug out there by Southern Arkansas. They go wide, and looks like Logan Matthews got a finger on it, and that'll be a point for Southern Arkansas. It was close. Couldn't tell if she quite got a finger on it, but she did, and it goes begging. Make that 9-8. Bailey Zoss to serve. They're going to go out to Ellis, and looks like we've got another attack error on the Storm. Those errors really have been adding up in this one. 10-8 your score. Logan Matthews caught in between, but did a nice job of still making it done. Leads to a free ball for Southern Arkansas. They're going to go outside, and she gets another nice dig there, but what a wonderful dig, though, on the other side by Cameron Bahari. And then Bailey Terrain can't get control of it. Great effort by Logan Matthews just to try and keep that one alive, but does not matter. And that'll lead to a timeout for the Storm as they trail 11-8 here midway through the first set. We'll take a timeout with them, but don't you go anywhere. Stay here, and we will be back shortly. Welcome back here to the Sawyer Center as your Crimson Storm currently trail 11-8. Lots of attack errors so far in the Crimson Storm. They will look to clean it up and assure themselves a chance because they're just kind of shooting themselves in the foot right now. But that'll certainly help. A very nicely placed ball there by Megan Ellis. Just a little finesse on that one to get it over the reach of the Mule Riders. That'll make it 11-9. Played nicely on the Megan Ellis serve, but the Storm recover, and that'll help. That'll be Bailey Terang on the kill. That's just her first kill so far in this match. Typically does not take her this long into match to get one, but she finally gets one to go her way. 11-10 is your score. A poor dig, but they're able to play it out. They'll go Smith, and they'll go back to Terang, and she gets it done again. Back-to-back kills for Bailey Terang. Just as I say, it was a bit slow of a start. She comes out with back-to-back kills to knot this up at 11 apiece. Megan Ellis still on the serve. Nice dig there by Terang. They're just going to have to play it as a free ball, but a great job keeping it alive by the Storm. And oh, what a dig by Megan Ellis. Another great dig on that one by Kyla Thomas. And Logan Matthews just has to dump it. A couple of free balls by the Storm, but they'll take that with the effort they're getting at keeping this alive. And then Southern Arkansas sends it long. What a great volley by the Storm. They never really had control of that ball, but they were doing just enough to keep it alive and kept it alive long enough to make Southern Arkansas make their own mistake. Crimson Storm have fought back to take this lead 12-11. Another block at the net. I believe that was Kayla Thomas. She blocks it right back in the face of Southern Arkansas to give another point for the Storm. That is now 6 straight points for the Crimson Storm. Southern Arkansas sets it up, but another block at the net. Kayla Thomas and Kylie Smith get it done again. (14-11) your score. Megan Ellis still on the serve for the Storm. Like we've got some confusion on the part of the refs, but I think it's all cleared up. We're ready to go now. 14-11. First set here. Storm on a nice run so far, trying to take control of this match. Oh, what a great attack there by 7 Powers of Arkansas to finally stop the bleeding there. Put this at 14-12. Ball will be back on the side of the Mule Riders as Bailey Cagle will serve, and there's a little bit of miscommunication there between Shawneman and Ellis, and so that'll lead to a point for Southern Arkansas. Score still, though, 14-13. Crimson Storm on top. This time it's played nicely by Ellis. They'll go Smith to Thomas, but what a block there, right on time with 7 Powers to get her hands up, and there was no chance of the Crimson Storm keeping that one alive on that great block. 14-14, very back and forth first set here. Cagle on the serve, dug out there by Shawneman. They're going to go out wide to Bailey Terang, and that was an incredible attack. Southern Arkansas with no chance on that one. Bailey Terang with the ferocious attack gets the ball back on the side of SNU. 15-14 your score here in the first set. Thomas back to serve. Caught Southern Arkansas a little off guard, but they were able to play it. And they'll go back to Terang, and she gets it done again. A little late on the block attempt by the Mule Riders leads to another kill for Bailey Terang, and just like that, she has 4 kills here in this first set already. 16-14 is your score. A great block there. I believe that was Terang again. Terang is here now. After a slow start for her, she now has 4 kills and a big old block there to put SNU up 17-14 and lead to a timeout for the Mule Riders. We'll take another one with them. You stay tuned right here, and we will be back with you shortly. We're back here at the Sawyer Center. Crimson Storm up 17-14 after a slow start. They're really starting to find their stride in this one and really good on the attack. So we'll see if they can finish out this first set, and they're unable to get the point there as the set sends Kylie Thomas reaching on that play, and she's unable to get to the ball. 17-15 your score as Caitlin Murdoch will be on to serve for the Mule Riders. She sends it off, and it'll be dug out there by Shaunaman, and that'll lead to a kill. I believe that was McKenna Hunter on the kill on that one. Again from Kylie Smith. That puts Smith up to 10 assists on this first set. 18-15 your score, and Smith will be back to serve. Mule Riders send it wide, and the attack goes long. Morgan Gross sends it just a bit too long on that one for the Mule Riders. 19-15 your score. Storm trying to close this first set out in style. We'll set to Terang, but a nice dig there to keep it alive. It is a free ball for the Storm. It'll go Hunter, but a huge block. Hunter goes for the kill, but a big block there by Abby Bermudez to get the point for the Mule Riders. 19-16 your score. Go Smith to Hunter, and she gets that one. They send Hunter out wide. She wraps around Smith and gets the big time attack there. Make that 3 kills for McKenna Hunter. 20-16. Terang on to serve. And that one will go long. That'll be the first service error of the match for SNU. Something that they struggle with at times that can really hurt them, but that's just their first one so far in this match. Smith to Ellis with a little dump, but nicely played there by Caitlin Murdoch to keep it alive. But a nice block at the net, Hunter, but again, kept alive by Southern Arkansas, doing a good job of keeping it alive, and this time they get it. McKenna Hunter mistimed her jump there a little bit, led to another point for the Mule Riders. A very tight first set here, 20-18. Bailey Trang digs it out, goes to Smith, over to Ellis, but played nicely. Nice block at the net, but a great play there by Morgan Gross to keep it alive. We're still going here on this point. Played nicely there by Titchener to keep it alive. They go to Ellis, but she sends it long. Good effort there on that play. Some great volleying on both sides of the ball there. But in the end, Ellis sends it too long to make this 20-19. It is the libero, Cameron Bahari, to serve for the Mule Riders. They'll go Hunter, and she doesn't quite get enough on that one. We are got a tie match here, 20-20. And a timeout for SNU on that one. They know how important winning this first set is, so head coach Kevin Ingram will call the timeout and talk it over, trying to get these final 5 points to take this first set against a very opportunistic Southern Arkansas team. As we talked about in the pregame, they're coming in just 7-13 and 1-6 in the Great American Conference, but they're certainly taking advantage of what they've been given in this one. They're coming off a win in their last match, and so they're riding a little bit of momentum right here, and they've done a really good job of using that momentum and kind of springing them forward. They're letting Southern Nazarene make some mistakes to keep them in the ball game, and they're just doing what they can to keep the ball alive, and they have been the aggressors at times, but for the most part it's been a lot of mistakes by Southern Nazarene, so you hope you see that cleaned up a little bit moving forward. But if you're Southern Arkansas, you've got to be very pleased with how this first set is going, knowing the offensive firepower that is on the side of the Crimson Storm, and Kayla Thomas and McKenna Hunter and Bailey Terang and Megan Ellis being tied 20-20 here in this first set. You have to be pleased with how that is going, especially with how we've seen McKenna Hunter and Bailey Terang be playing so far in this first set, with 3 kills for Hunter and 4 kills for Terang, and the fact to still be tied up with that, they'll be taking that all game long. So we'll see how this first set ends up. We are back to the action, and it'll be Bahari still to serve for Southern Arkansas, but she sends it wide. The first service error for the Mule Riders makes this a 21-20 match. That Southern Nazarene will certainly take that. Logan Matthews back in to serve now. And there's some confusion. Was it line or was it out? There has been no call made to this point. And it looks like they're going to replay that point after there was no decision made. No one could tell whether that was line or not. So we will reserve that ball. 21-20 still. And Southern Arkansas misplays that attack. That was number 12, Sierra Wright. The freshman couldn't quite take advantage of that play. That'll be a point for the Crimson Storm, 22-20. Trying to crawl their way towards a victory here in the first set. Dug out by Bahari, and the attack goes long. Point for SNU, 23-20 now. Bailey Cagle sent that one long, and that will lead to a timeout for Southern Arkansas, knowing that they are falling behind, and we are 1 point away from a set point here in the first set. 23-20. We'll take a short timeout with them. Don't you go anywhere. Welcome back to the action here at the Sawyer Center. The Crimson Storm trying to close this first set out, leading 23-20 with Logan Matthews on to serve for the Storm. She sends it over, dug out there by Southern Arkansas. It was Bahari, but still alive. And we'll go Titchener. She's going to lead to a free ball for Southern Arkansas. Southern Arkansas goes on the attack, but can't take advantage. Dug out, they go to Ellis. And we're still going here on this volley. And Looks like Tichenor could not control that block attempt. That'll lead to a point for Southern Arkansas, 23-20. Your score here in the first set. The back and forth action continues. Lexi Cruz on to serve for the Mule Riders. Smith to Thomas and a little dump, but again, some miscommunication there between Alana Perez and Cameron Bahari. Both of them went for the dig, and that led to the ball begging. We are now at set point. Tichenor on to serve for the Storm, leading 24-21. And she just gets it over the net, but a nice effort there by Alana Perez to keep it alive. But it doesn't matter. Kayla Thomas with the ferocious attack to get the job done. She's been quiet here so far in the first set, but she gets the biggest kill so far of that first set, leading to the Storm winning 25-21. Taking a look at some stats here from the first set, as we mentioned before, Terang and Hunter both with some solid starts, 4 kills for Terang and 3 kills for Hunter. And I apologize, I said it was a slow start for Thomas. She started off strong and was slow kind of towards the middle of the set, towards the end of the set, but she gets the big kill there and actually puts her at 4 kills for the set. So 4 kills apiece for Terang and Thomas and 3 kills for Hunter, along with 2 kills for Megan Ellis. And Kylie Smith even with 1 kill on a nice dump. We saw her go for 3 or 4 dumps there in that first set, and the first one connected, but after that, the Mule Riders did a good job of being ready for that. But overall, it was kind of an up-and-down set for the Crimson Storm, knowing that they are the superior team in this matchup, but they did a good job of rebounding after falling behind 11-8, kind of towards the middle of that first set. They rebounded from there and went on a run of 6 straight points to go ahead 14-8, and from there, they just kind of coasted their way to a solid win there in that first set. 13 assists for Kylie Smith, again just being that playmaker, that captain out there, leading the team and getting them in position to make solid plays. So overall, a solid set for Crimson Storm, being able to overcome their own early mistakes, their own early violations and errors that they had. So they get the job done, 25-21 in the first set. We will take a break and we will come back for the second set shortly, so don't you go anywhere. We are back here for some second set action here at the Sawyer Center. Your Crimson Storm took the first set and now lead 1-0 over the Southern Arkansas Mule Riders. We'll see if the Crimson Storm can continue that momentum that they carried from the middle part of that first set onward, as they were able to take it 25-21 in the first set. Here in the second set, your starters for the Crimson Storm will be Michaela Shoneman, McKenna Hunter, Bailey Terang, Megan Ellis, Kylie Smith, Kayla Thomas, and the libero Logan Matthews. For the Mule Riders, Lexi Cruz, Abby Bermudez, Seven Powers, Bailey Zoss, Lauren Smith, Caitlin Murdoch, and the libero Cameron Bahari. It will be the Mule Riders to serve on this one. That was Bailey Zoss on the serve, and she sends it too long. A quick point for the Storm on that one. They take the early 1-0 advantage here in the second set, leading Kayla Thomas to serve. That was the second service error of the match so far for the Mule Riders. McKenna Hunter in for libero Logan Matthews. And they're unable to make the play, kind of went a little bit wide on their set there. That makes this 1 apiece. Lauren Myth serves for the Mule Riders. They'll go set to McKenna Hunter, but a nice dig out by Lexi Cruz. A great effort, and it looks like we have another violation on the Storm. They had cut down on that in the first set, but here beginning the second set, they come out with a quick one. They fall behind 2-1 here in the first set. A nice dig there by Ellis to get to that one, but nobody is home for the Storm. Smith goes for it, but couldn't quite reach it. A good effort on that part, but they fall behind 3-1. It will still be Lauren Smith on to serve for the Mule Riders. She sends it over, and it's dug out by Shaunaman. They'll go Smith out wide to Terang, and a dig out there by Seven Powers. They'll go back to Seven Powers, but Shaunaman's right there to play it. Terang, and she gets the kill. Abby Bermudez gets up and goes for the block, but she can't quite get control of it. Point SNU, 2-3. Kylie Smith back to serve. Mule Riders go for the attack. A nice play there by Smith. Great dig to get a hand on that one. Ball still alive. It'll be Smith to Matthews. They're going to go out wide to Titchener. A nice dig out. Lexi Cruz. Southern Arkansas doing a great job of getting to the ball here in this match. And then they get the block on Bailey Terang. Looks like that was both Abby Bermudez and Caitlin Murdoch who got the block on that one. 4-2 your score. We go to McKenna Hunter, and she places it nicely. She finds the hole in the zone and connects. McKenna Hunter on the kill. 4-3 your score here in set number 2. Bailey Terang to serve. She's got that high loft on the ball, and she sends it, but sends it long again. That's her second service error so far of the match. 5-3 your score. That's the thing with those powerful serves is, you know, they get you a lot of points, but they'll also cost you some points. It's really easy to send them long, so it's kind of a give and take with that one, but unfortunately that's the second time we've seen that long service error from Bailey Terang in this one. Oh, a nice dig there by Kylie Smith keeping it alive, but then a great effort by Bahari on the other side. And number 14, Morgan Gross, the sophomore for Southern Arkansas. She finds the backside and gets the point. 6-3, Southern Arkansas off to a fast start here in set number 2. Then go to Ellis, and it is dug out, but it will be a, well, it looked like it would be a free ball, but it was just placed perfectly. No chance for the Storm. 7-3 your score. And that leads to a timeout by Kevin Ingram. He can't be pleased with the start here in the second set, as the Storm have been a little off balance this entire set, and they trail 7-3 here early in stages second set. We'll take a timeout alongside them. Don't you go anywhere. We will be back with some more action shortly. Welcome back to SNU Athletics here at the Sawyer Center. We are watching the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm Volleyball take on the Southern Arkansas Mule Riders. Currently, Southern Nazarene leads 1-0, but trail here in the second set 7-3 as they have been scrambling a bit here early on in the second set. We'll see if they're able to get control, but a great play. It looks like it's still alive. What an effort there by the Storm to keep it alive. The Mule Riders thought they had the point for sure, but the Storm dug it out, and they will get the point. What an incredible effort. It looked for sure like the Mule Riders had the block and the point. They began to celebrate. Southern Nazarene kept the ball alive and eventually got the point on the effort. I believe that was Titchener who made the incredible effort of keeping that ball alive. They will get the point. Titchener gets the kill as well. 7-4 your score, and then Logan Matthews sends it long. Point right back for the Mule Riders. Your score is 8-4 here in set number 2. And there is Kayla Thomas again. Another great effort from Thomas. Make that 8-5 now. Kylie Smith up to 17 assists on the match. Kayla Thomas tied with Terang for the lead of 5 assists apiece for the Storm. Titchener seeing a lot of playing time in this one. She's on the serve, and it looks like we have a ball handling error by Caitlin Murdoch of the Mule Riders. 6-8 is your score. We haven't seen a lot of players so far in the Crimson Storm, but we have seen a new player in Titchener get a lot more playing time than we saw early on in the season. And she's really making her mark so far in this match. And we've got another violation on Southern Arkansas. Make that 7-8. Crimson Storm fighting their way back again here in the second set. Titchener still on the serve. And she'll get the nice dig. A nice block on Southern, another block for Southern Arkansas. They get a free ball now, and then just a well-placed ball. But what a great job by Logan Matthews to keep it alive. She got a hand under that. What an effort. Ball is still alive. We've got Smith on the little dump, but played nicely. Southern Arkansas goes out wide, and they can't quite get it done. Titchener dug it into the net, and unfortunately, Storm could not get that one completed, but a great effort on their side, keeping the ball alive. 7-9 your score. You love the hustle and the effort that you saw in that one. It just didn't quite work out on that volley. 7-9, second set. Lexi Cruz to serve for Southern Arkansas. They'll go Smith out to Thomas, and a great effort there to keep it alive. It leads to a free ball, but a great effort just keeping it alive. And then Ellis goes for a little dump, but number 12, Sierra Wright, gets in there. We've seen some great action on keeping the ball alive in this one, but the Storm get the point anyway. Storm will cut this to 9-8. That was Kylie Smith finding the hole again. That'll be her second kill of this match. And that'll send Megan Ellis back to serve. Ellis to Smith. And there's a point. I believe that's Bailey Terang on the kill on that one to knot this one up at 9 apiece. Storm again are fighting back after a slow start. They come back to tie it up. 9-9, Ellis still on the serve. Like the first set, we saw them struggle a little bit early on, but they've kind of found their rhythm. But that won't quite help. Ellis sends it a little bit wide on the serve to give the ball back to Southern Arkansas. Mule Riders on the serve, leading 10-9 here in set number 2. It'll be Bailey Zoss to serve for Southern Arkansas. We'll go Shaunaman to Smith to Terang, and she gets it done. No chance for Bahari on that one. Bailey Terang make it 7 kills on the match, 10-10. Kayla Thomas to serve. A nice block at the net there. McKenna Hunter, she gets there, gets it done. Storm back on top now here in set number 2, 11-10. A great effort in getting back under control and getting the pressure put on Southern Arkansas, 11-10. But a great strike there, number 7, Powers, the junior. Or it was looks like she had an attack error. That actually is a point for SNU. I apologize. She made an error, and that was not a point. That'll lead to a 12-10 lead for the Storm. Starting to gain some momentum. They go out to Bailey Terang, but a good effort there. She's sent rolling after that effort on the dig off of Bailey Terang. But they can't do anything with McKenna Hunter's attack. It took some quick reflexes, and all she could do was just muster a little finger on it, but it didn't give anyone else a chance to do anything. Make that 13-10 here in set number 2. As we mentioned, just like the first set, it was a little bit of a rough start for SNU, making some mental errors, kind of being back on their heels a little bit, not putting the pressure on Southern Arkansas. But after a timeout by Kevin Ingram, they remembered who they are. They remember the kind of aggression and firepower that they have on offense, and they are now putting the pressure on Southern Arkansas. SNU now leads 13-10 after being behind 7-3 early on in set number 1, here in set number 2. So a great job of them really getting back under control, and they have now, since falling behind 7-3 and since that Kevin Ingram timeout, they are have now won 10-3 since that point. So a great job of them. We're seeing Bailey Terang really get aggressive here. McKenna Hunter also doing the same. So 7 kills for Terang, 5 kills for Hunter, and 5 kills for Kayla Thomas. 20 assists now for Kylie Smith. So she also is doing a good job. We know she's averaging 10 assists per set, and she's right at that pace only here halfway through the second set. So you have to imagine she's going to be bumping that number up moving forward. So Crimson Storm will be on the serve here, leading 13-10. It'll be Kayla Thomas to take us back underway. She sends it over. And a little dump there. Kylie Smith again. Kylie Smith has been just sending it over the dump all game long, and that's the 3rd time it's worked for her. It is 14-10 now. Great effort to keep it alive there. It's a free ball for the Storm. Kind of catches Thomas in between, so it's going to be a long attack. A nice block there. They go to Terang. She sends it over, but still alive. We'll go Shauneman to Smith to Ellis, and she finds it. Everyone but the libero was at the net, so she sends it long, and she finds the back zone. 15-10 is your score. It's now 6 kills on the match from McKenna Hunter, doing an incredible job in this one. But Kayla Thomas sends it into the net. That'll be the 5th service error of the match so far for SNU. Again, something that's been a little bit of a problem so far this season for the Storm. It'll be Shauneman to Smith, and they'll go out wide to Terang, and she finds it. Just like they drew it up, Terang finds it again. Kill number 8 of the match. 16-11 here in set number 2. Smith on the serve, and she sends it long. Again, another service error for the Storm. Make that 6 so far in the match. And they have yet to have an ace in this match as well. So serving been little bit of a problem, one of those things where they're just kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit. Luckily, they've been able to use their talent to take advantage of some of those mistakes that they've been making. We're still alive there, but a great block at the net, and they'll get the point. McKenna Hunter, again, huge block, gets it done. 17-12 your score. I believe Titchener was there as well on that one. Again, she has not seen did not see a lot of playing time early in this season, but she is doing an incredible job so far in this match. Again, they're there for the block, but played nicely on the recovery. There will be a long attack there for Terang, but she just mishit that one. Sent it well wide. That'll be a point for the Mule Riders, 17-13. Terang on the set to Titchener, and she nailed that one, but a nice dig out. Back to Titchener, and she'll get that kill. She didn't get it on the first one that she drilled, but she gets the finesse one on the second one. That'll be a kill for Titchener, and that'll put this score at 18-13. Oh, good effort there by Smith to try to get to that one, but that'll be a point for the Mule Riders. 18-14 your score. They go back to Titchener, and she gets another one. Make that another kill for Titchener. That's now her third kill of the match. She also has 2 blocks to go along with that. 4 total points. This has been an incredible effort there by Rachel Titchener, the 5'10 freshman. You love seeing that kind of effort from a freshman. And another freshman, Logan Matthews, who's done an incredible job, gets a hand on that one to keep it alive. What an effort. Leads to another point for the Storm. That one was Megan Ellis on the kill. 20-14 your score. Third kill for Megan Ellis on the match. Titchener on the serve. The dig effort by Logan Matthews goes long. Couldn't quite get control of that one. 20-15. Tell you, that ball from Southern Arkansas had some heat on that one, and I believe it was Morgan Gross on it, and it was all that Logan Matthews could do to just kind of get a hand on it, and she did what she could, but it went wide. So 20-15, ball back on the side of Southern Arkansas, and it looks like we're ready to go. Lexi Cruz on the serve. Sends it over and dug out by Terang. Out wide to Ellis, and a bit long on that one. That'll be another point for the Mule Riders. Mule Riders just trying to hang on to this one. Keep it within arm's length, 20-16. Crimson Storm know that they want to close this set out. A 2-0 advantage is huge compared to 1-1. So with a 20-16 lead, make it 21-16 as the ball goes wide. With this kind of lead, up 5 points, you know you want to close this one out and head into the third set knowing that you are just one set away from finishing off this Southern Arkansas team. So it'll be Megan Ellis for the Crimson Storm, and she sends it over. It'll be Logan Matthews to set, over to Smith and to Terang, and it looks like we have a violation on Southern Arkansas. That'll be 22-16 now. Or they'll give the kill to Bailey Terang, actually, so that'll be kill number 9. She is up to 11 points on the match. Bailey Terang just kind of lofts it over, so it is a free ball for Southern Arkansas. They send it, and Logan Matthews couldn't quite get to that one in time. She's seen a couple of those coming at her fast that she just hasn't quite had enough to get to quite in time, but she's done an incredible job digging a lot out in this one. Her digs have been fantastic so far in this match. So 22-17 your score. Southern Arkansas on to serve. It'll be Bailey Zos. Megan Ellis on the dig, over to Smith to Terang, and she gets the kill. Southern Arkansas couldn't get control of that one. It gets sent behind them. Ball didn't have a chance. 23-17. Thomas on to serve now. Thomas and Schauneman get tripped up a little bit, but they still get the point. It is now set point 24-17. Kylie Smith again, another dump to get the kill. She's now up to 4 kills in the match to go along with her 27 assists. Storm know they are 1 point away from getting, and they do. There's the block. Smith and McKenna Hunter get the block in there. They make that 25-17. That'll end set number 2. Your Storm are now up 2-0 here with just 1 set to go to finish off a sweep against Southern Arkansas. As we mentioned at the beginning, SNU coming in on a 3-game losing streak while Southern Arkansas has won 1 game. They've won their first conference game in their last match, but Southern Nazarene has lost 3 in a row, but right now they are coming out strong and they lead 2-0 here with a chance to finish off a sweep against Southern Arkansas and move to 4-4 in the conference and move to 500 on the year at 12-12. Looking at the stats we've been talking about a little bit so far, Bailey Terang, it took her about until a little over midway through the first set to get on the board, but since then she's been on fire. She's up to 9 kills in the match, and she has 11 points to, total to go along with that. You've also got McKenna Hunter and Kayla Thomas each with 6 kills in the match. And then, as we mentioned, Kylie Smith, she has had some incredible dumps so far in this one. She is finding the holes and just sending it right over when the Mule Riders are not ready for it. She has 4 kills in the match to go along with her 27 assists. That's 27 assists in just 2 sets so far, so that's 13.5 assists per set. She's continuing to increase that assists per set marking that she has that is tops in the conference, as well as Bailey Terang leading the conference in kills per set. She is at 4.5 kills per set so far in this match. So some incredible offense that we've seen from the Crimson Storm. We've seen some mental mistakes here and there by the Crimson Storm so far in the match, especially early on in the sets, but they've been able to bounce back and take control of each set. And as once they've grabbed the lead, they have not looked back in either of the first 2 sets. So we'll see if they can get out to a quick start here in the 3rd set and kind of put this game, this match to bed early. So with that, that'll recap kind of the 2nd set. We will take a short 1-minute break. We'll be back shortly, so don't you go anywhere. You don't want to miss this 3rd set action. Back here at the Sawyer Center for set number 3 action. Your Crimson Storm lead 2 sets to nothing after finishing off set number 2, 25-17. They won the first set 25-21, so trying to finish off a sweep of Southern Arkansas Mule Riders. As we've mentioned, it's been a couple of slow starts in each of the first 2 sets for the Storm, but once they kind of grabbed momentum and grabbed control, they did not look back and kind of cruised to a couple of nice wins in the first 2 sets. We'll see if they can jump out to a quicker set in this one and kind of put it to rest early. It'll be Megan Ellis on to serve for the Storm. Alongside her starting this 3rd set, Michaela Schauneman, McKenna Hunter, Bailey Terang, Kylie Smith, Kayla Thomas, and the libero Logan Matthews. And Megan Ellis sends it over. It'll be dug out, and we are underway. And a nice little block at the net there, and the Mule Riders can't play it off of the block. That'll be a point for the Storm. They take the 1-0 advantage here in set number 3. We've seen a lot of great play at the net by SNU on this one. But then another service error, Megan Ellis sends it long. That is where we've seen them struggle a lot. That's 7 service errors now at this point for the Storm. As well as they've played at the net, they have struggled towards the backside a little bit, especially in that service department. But when you get plays like that, it'll certainly help as Kayla Thomas sends it flying over, and there will be another point for SNU, another kill for Kayla Thomas. Make that 2-1 here early in the 3rd set. That'll be kill number 7 for Kayla Thomas. And Kayla Thomas is the serve. She sends it over. A nice little effort there by Ellis to keep it alive. And Terang doesn't quite get full control of that one. Can't get it over the net. She was falling back a little bit. That'll be a point for the Mule Riders, 2-2. Mule Riders know that they need to get out to another quick start, and this time hang on, as the Crimson Storm, from the middle of each set on, they have been absolutely dominant. Shoneman digs it out. They'll go Smith to Hunter, and she gets the kill. Didn't quite get all of that ball, but got just enough for another kill for herself. Make that 7 on the match. 3-2 your score. It'll be Titchener in for Shoneman. Nice dig there by Logan Matthews. He'll go Smith back out to Terang, and she gets it done. Make that 10 kills on the match. She's reached double digits again. 4-2 your score. And that'll be assist number 30 for Kylie Smith. So she's assured keeping that 10 assists per set to this point. And that'll be Titchener, but she gets it blocked at the net and can't do anything with it. Titchener didn't quite get enough on that little finesse shot that she was trying for. Gets blocked, and it's 4-3. Terang to Smith, back to Terang, but she sends it a little bit wide. That'll be a point, and we are knotted up 4-4. Southern Arkansas back on the serve. 7 Powers on to serve. Ellis to Smith. Over to McKenna Hunter, but she didn't quite get control of it. Smith led her a little bit too far on that one. You don't see that too often from Smith, but she couldn't quite get it done. 5-4 your score. Logan Matthews out to Bailey Terang, and played nicely by Southern Arkansas. Send it over, and she finds the hole right there, middle of the court. SNU is spread out a little bit too wide on that one. She found the hole. 6-4 your score. A nice block at the net off of Bailey Terang's attack. And that'll be another point. Again, a fast start for Southern Arkansas. They lead 7-4 now. Can the Crimson Storm fight back the way they have in the first 2 sets? Well, that certainly won't help the Storm, but it will help Southern Arkansas a little. A serve that just falls right over the net, catches the top, and there was nothing Southern Nazarene could do in that one. They trail now 8-4 here in the first set, in the third set, similar to the last set. They fell behind 4 points early on in the set, but were able to bounce back after a timeout, which Kevin Ingram will take that timeout now. Behind 8-4, we'll take a timeout with them and see if the Crimson Storm can weather this rally that Southern Arkansas is going through right now. So don't you go anywhere. Welcome back here to the Sawyer Center. Set number 3 is underway. Crimson Storm lead 2-0, but they're trailing here in the third set, 8-4. As we've mentioned, they have gotten out to slow starts in every single set, but they have been able to bounce back nicely as they get another kill there. That'll be Bailey Terang from Kylie Smith. It is 8-5. In each of the first 2 sets, they were slow starts, but Kevin Ingram took a nicely timed timeout to get his team under control, and they were able to bounce back quickly. And we'll see if he is able to do the same here in the third set. Kylie Smith goes for the dump, but it's played out by Southern Arkansas. Oh, great dig there by Logan Matthews to keep it alive. They go to Ellis, and it's a great dig on the other side, Southern Arkansas. And we'll go Terang, we'll go Smith, and we'll go to McKenna Hunter. And we're still going here. Some great action. They'll go out wide, and it looks like that one goes wide. It was Sierra Wright sends it just a bit long. That'll be a point for SNU. 8-6 is your score. Bailey Terang on to serve. That's 2 straight points for the Storm coming out of the timeout. Just what you wanted to see. Bailey Terang sends it, and it's dug out nicely. And just a greatly placed ball by Abby Bermudez. We've seen a lot of great digs by Logan Matthews. She tried to make another spectacular effort, just couldn't quite get control of that one. 6-9 is your score here. Set number 3, Bahari to serve for the Mule Riders. We'll go Megan Ellis on the attack, and dug out nicely by Bahari. And it looks like we've got a violation on the Mule Riders. That'll be another point for the Storm. 7-9 your score. It'll be Logan Matthews on to serve. Again, it's been a tough night serving for the Crimson Storm in this one with 7 service errors and no aces to this point. So we'll see, and that one will get over. But again, no aces so far, but that won't matter when you get plays like that. Megan Ellis, big time attack on that one. She gets the kill. 8-9 your score. That'll put Megan Ellis at 4 kills so far in the match. A little bit below her average, but with players like Thomas, McKenna Hunter, and Bailey Terang getting the bulk of the load in this one, it hasn't quite mattered. And they go for a little touch shot on Southern Arkansas' side, but it does not get over the net. Another point for the Crimson Storm, and again, they've come back to tie it up at 9 apiece. Again, slow starts, but towards the middle of the set and onward, we've seen the Crimson Storm really get under control. Logan Matthews still on the serve. She sends it over, and the Storm just weren't expecting that one to get over the net, and it just kind of crawls and catches Titchener off guard. She was not ready for that. A little bit of confusion on the court. Looks like the Crimson Storm weren't quite happy with that call, but it is what it is. 10-9. Mule Riders out in front here in the third set, knowing they have to have this one to stay alive. But Megan Ellis, she gets another one. Megan Ellis starting to heat up. That's 2 kills for Megan Ellis here in this set. That's her 5th overall in the match. 10-10. Titchener on to serve. Sends it over and dug out. It'll be a free ball for the Storm. It'll go Matthews. It'll go Smith, and it'll go Kylie Smith. And it'll be a kill. Lexi Cruz never had control of that one. The dig does not work out for her, and now Crimson Storm out in front. This is the point of every single set where they've really taken control, and now they're in front. But there's another service error. Titchener can't get it over the net. Ties it at 11. The 8th service error so far for the Storm. It's Alana Perez to serve for the Mule Riders. It's played nicely by the Storm. Nice dig there by Matthews. They'll go Smith. She'll go for another dump, but Bahari was ready for that one. A nice play by her, and it is set up perfectly. Nothing the Storm could do there. 12-11. Southern Arkansas doing a nice job trying to stay alive in this one. Kayla Smith, and she'll get that one. She gets the kill on that one as the block attempt was unsuccessful. 12-12 your score. That's 9 kills now for Kayla Thomas. Megan Ellis sends it over. And a great attack there. That was number 7 Powers. She gets the job done on that one. A great attack. Sends the ball back on the side of Southern Arkansas. They lead 13-12 as Lauren Smith serves for the Mule Riders. A little bit wide of a dig, and then just some misplay, some miscommunication on the side of the Storm. Shoneman and Smith kind of got tangled up there. Can't get the ball over. 14-12 your score here. A great block there by the Mule Riders on the attack by Bailey Terang. They were ready for that one, and they got up quickly. Mule Riders now lead 15-12. This is the latest they have led in any set to this point. And they catch a break there. Again, for the second time in this match, we see the ball just kind of catch the net and just fall over. That's a point for Mule Riders. They now lead 16-12, a 4-point lead here midway through the third set, and the Crimson Storm are going to call a timeout. Kevin Ingram wants to talk it over, as first 2 sets we saw them fall behind, but once they caught up, they did not look back. But in this third set, Southern Arkansas knows that it's now or never, and they really have done a great job of really putting the pressure back on the Crimson Storm, getting them back on their heels, also letting the Crimson Storm make their own mistakes as they did early on. So Southern Arkansas now leads 16-12. We'll see if the Crimson Storm can respond. You certainly want to see them kind of get back on the aggressive side and really get their playmakers involved. You want to see Kayla Thomas and Bailey Terang, McKenna Hunter really make some big plays here and get them back in this match. You don't want to push this to a 4th set. You have them on the ropes here. If you're the Crimson Storm, you want to get the job done here in set number 3. Trailing 4 points, it's going to be tough though, so we'll see if they can come out here and make a solid comeback here midway through the third set and get them on the right side of the scoreboard. So we'll be underway, and again, it will still be Lauren Smith to serve for Southern Arkansas. She'll send it over, and it'll be Shoneman in, and it'll be Smith who goes for another dump but played nicely. This time she'll go over to Terang, and she gets it done. Smith to Terang, the 1-2 duo finds it again. That's 12 kills now for Terang, 36 assists for Smith. It is a score of 16-13, and it'll send Thomas back to serve. And that one goes wide. Abby Bermudez, she goes for the attack, but it's sent well wide. 14-16 your score. Again, the Storm trying to fight back. Thomas still on the serve. And this time the Storm get advantage. That's their first ace of the match, and they'll certainly take that. Twice they've been caught by the ball just touching the net and falling over, and now they finally get one to go their way as it catches the net and just falls forward, giving the Mule Riders no chance. 15-16 your score. Thomas is caught in the middle a little bit, and it's going to lead to kind of a free ball for the Mule Riders, but a nice block at the net there. That was Terang. She got up and just sends it right back onto the Mule Riders side. Great block, Bailey Terang. 16 apiece coming out of the timeout. That's 4 straight points for the Storm. Again, trying to finish off in the third set. Again, catches the net and just gets over, but this time it's played by the Mule Riders. We'll go Smith, and they'll go back to Terang, and she gets it done again. Make it 13 kills, Bailey Terang. Storm now back out in front. Coming out of the timeouts, the Crimson Storm have done an incredible job in this match of just fighting back. 17-16 your score now. We'll go Shawneman. Smith on another dump, and this time she cannot find the square. It's sent wide, 17 apiece. A good idea there, though, because there was no one that was going to get to that ball. But unfortunately, it was just sent a bit wide, 17 apiece. It is now on the side of the Mule Riders. Caitlin Murdoch to serve. It'll be Shawneman. It'll be Smith, and it'll be McKenna Hunter. McKenna Hunter coming around the backside, gets it done. She's been quiet as of late, but she's back on the scorecard now. Make that 8 kills, McKenna Hunter, 10 points on the day. 18-17 your score. Kylie Smith back to serve. And that'll be another service error. Kylie Smith can't get it over. 9 service errors on the match now for SNU. We are tied at 18 apiece. In a tight matchup like this, those are points you do not want to give away as you're trying to close this match out. And this time, Bailey Terang doesn't quite get enough on that one. She mistimed her jump a little bit. Point for the Mule Riders, 19-18. It's 7 Powers on to serve, and this time she has a service error. 19 apiece now. Back on the side of the Crimson Storm, Bailey Terang back to serve. Or they'll take Bailey Terang out, and they will put in Grace Miracle, the freshman, making her first appearance in this match. She sends it over. A great attack there by the Mule Riders. But it was a violation before the attack anyway. Another point for SNU. They will take that break. Absolutely. 20-19. Grace Miracle still on the serve. Nice dig there, Logan Matthews. They'll go Smith. She sets it up for Ellis. And well played by the Mule Riders, keeping it alive. But what an effort there by Smith. A little dump by Logan Matthews, but played nicely by the Mule Riders. Some great effort on both teams keeping it alive, but that one was just misplayed. That was Morgan Gross. She tried to send it over and catch the Storm off guard, but she sends it into the net. The Storm now lead 21-19, just 4 points away from finishing off this match quickly. We'll take a quick timeout alongside these two teams. We'll be back shortly. Don't you go anywhere. You don't want to miss this finish. Back here at the Sawyer Center, your Crimson Storm trying to close out this match, leading 2-0 and leading 21-19 here in the third set. They've trailed by 4 twice in this set, but have come back to take the lead, but that won't help. Grace Miracle sends it into the net for the 10th service error for the Storm in this match, but they are still up 21-20. It sends the libero Bahari on to serve for the Mule Riders. Bailey Terang is back in now, and she gets the dig. It goes to Smith, and then goes to Hunter for the big-time kill. Make it 22-20, and with that kill, that'll send Hunter out, and they will bring Thomas back in. 22-20, and it's Logan Matthews on to serve. A nice attack there. Morgan Gross finds the back corner. No SNU player was home. It is 22-21. A very impressive third set here by both teams. SNU trying to close it out. Southern Arkansas just trying to stay alive. It's Lexi Cruz to serve. It'll be Ellis on the dig. Smith, and they'll go back to Ellis. She doesn't quite find the hole on there. So Southern Arkansas goes for the attack, but a nice block, still alive, and nice play there. What a great play to keep it alive. It is a free ball, but just great effort as they were kind of trapped around each other. And then the Storm get the point anyway. Great effort, and they finally are able to get the block in there and get the point for SNU. Great block, Kayla Thomas and Megan Ellis, 23-21. Titchener on to serve, who, as we've mentioned, has had overall a very impressive game in this one. Draying on the dig. It'll go Smith back to Ellis. Played nicely. Mule Riders go for the attack, but there's Logan Matthews right there to play it out. And we go Titchener. Played right into the hands of Seven Powers. Nice block at the net there, but the Mule Riders were able to play it, but they send it long anyway. Great effort, and we are now at match point, 24-21. Storm 1 point away from finishing this off in a 3-set sweep. Titchener sends it over. And great play there by number 13, Lauren Smith. She gets it just over the hands of Ellis and Kayla Thomas to get the point on the side of Southern Arkansas. 24-22 is your score. Still match point here. Alana Perez on to serve. Logan Matthews digs it out. They'll go Smith over to Kayla Thomas, and she gets it done. That'll do it. Kayla Thomas finishes off on the assist from Kylie Smith. That'll wrap things up 25-22 here in the third set. Overall, Storm sweep it, winning the first set 25-21, second set 25-17, and the third set 25-22. Great showing there by the Crimson Storm. They will move to 500 on the season and in the GAC, move to 4-4 in the GAC and 12-12 overall. We will take a short break. We will come back with some post-game coverage, so don't you go anywhere. Welcome back here to the Sawyer Center. My name's Phil Younts. We are here as the Crimson Storm finished off a three-game sweep against Southern Arkansas, winning the first set 25-21, winning the second set 25-17, and finishing off a tight third set 25-22. Overall, it was a great performance by the Crimson Storm, especially at the net. They really dominated at that net, taking it to Southern Arkansas throughout the entire match, ending up with 44 kills to the Mule Riders 26, as well as having 18 blocks compared to Southern Arkansas's 8. So some really nice play that we saw from the Crimson Storm in that match, which was really nice to see. Coming off a 3-game losing streak, it's nice to get back on the winning side of things, move to 500 on the year at 12-12 and 4-4 in conference play. Overall, just some really nice play. We didn't see a whole lot of different names out on the court for the Storm. There was only 8 players that played throughout the entire match for the Storm. But those 8 players did a great job of getting the job done while they were out there. We saw Terang with 13 kills on the match. We saw Kayla Thomas with 10 and McKenna Hunter with 9 as well. Megan Ellis came in with her own 4, and even Kylie Smith ended with 4 kills as we saw her throughout that match with some nice play there, just dumping the ball over the net and catching Southern Arkansas off guard throughout the entire match. To go along with her 4 kills, Kylie Smith added another 40 assists in this one, which comes out to over 13 assists per set. So she was really, again, the key playmaker, contributor to this team, doing a good job of setting those people up like McKenna Hunter, Bailey Terang, and Kayla Thomas. So it was a great effort by the Storm to get this done in 3 sets, to get back on the winning side of things. As we mentioned before the show, the Storm will be right back here tomorrow. They will be playing Arkansas Monticello, who is at the bottom, currently towards the bottom of the GAC. So another chance for the Crimson Storm to continue this streak that they are on right now, that they have just found themselves at, a chance to get over 500 on the season and move to 13-12. Hopefully they will do that. So that will be tomorrow here again at the Sawyer Center. That game will be at 2 o'clock. We hope you will join us for that. We hope you enjoyed the action in this one, and we will see you all tomorrow. Have a great evening.